Hey family, I'm back. My name is Evelyn Ivy Echoes, and I am a servant of the Most High. Today we're going to be talking about kingdom marriage. This message is going to be for the fellas and the females, the guys and the girls, okay? Um, I was led to bring this next message because I've been hearing a lot about kingdom marriage. And we got to be careful, y'all, because we living in some very deceiving days, okay? And God wants us to be very careful about how we go about things and, our prayers and everything needs to be very, sacred. We need to be just announced really to God. I'm going to go to the word and I'm going to read a couple of scriptures and then I'm going to explain to you what I got from the word of God about this message. And it's also for people that's married too. Because the devil has come to what? Kill, steal, and destroy, right? So he's trying to break up marriages and he's also trying to interfere with people's marriages. Okay? But the kingdom, real kingdom husband, the devil is trying to interfere with that. We're gonna go to Genesis chapter 6, verse 4 and 5. Okay, Genesis chapter 6, verse 4 and 5. It says, there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after those days. Listen to these words, y'all. A lot of people just read the Bible and they're not really taking in what the Bible is saying, what God is saying. We have to read and then we have to really eat up what the Bible is saying, okay? There were giants in the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men. Okay? And they bare children to them. The same became mighty men, which were of old men of the renown. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of thoughts of his heart was only evil continuously. Okay? Now, what the Father is saying right there is, people of the renown is basically, renown implies to more glory. They questionable. They are evil people. They gangsters. They distinguished. They glorious and favorable. Okay? They immortal. I mean, they could be, look up what immortal mean, y'all. I mean, they can repeat themselves, their life over and over and over. Okay? They well known. They popular. They also can become anonymous. Okay? It can be ordinary, common, influential, unreal. They can even become vulnerable, remarkable, silence. Okay, these people can be jazzy and loud. They can become very deceiving. And the Bible tell you that they were being born. The people of the renown was being born over and over and over again. Now, like God has a congregation of people, the devil has a congregation of people. Okay? You can be living next door to a demon, somebody that was born of the renown. And God and the devil could place these people anywhere they want because they very deceiving. They talk to us. We have encounter with these demons every single day, y'all. We don't know who you dealing with. So you gotta be careful when you're talking about kingdom marriage because these demons hear you. Okay? We're gonna go to Romans 5 and 19. I'm gonna go to Romans 5:19. Gotta be careful, y'all. Because we living in a time where the devil is really trying to get in where he can fit in. He knows his time is up. And that's what happened before it. They start having babies with other people, and people sell their kids. People sell their kids for sacrifice their kids for fame. And them kids can be used. Do you know, like literally used? It's a project. It's like a whole system that we're dealing with. The devil is not just one person. It's a whole system that we're dealing with. He's not just one person. So we got to be careful when we're, doing things and saying stuff online, because the devil hear your prayers. He hear what you asking for. He hear, and he'll give you just what you asking for. He'll give you exactly what you asking for. Okay, we're gonna go to Romans 5:19. It says, it's Romans chapter 5:19. Yeah. For as by one man's disobedience many were made sinners. Okay? For by one man's disobedience many were made sinners. So by the obedience of one shall many be made righteous. Okay? So we got to be obedient, y'all. We can't be going against what God is telling us to do because of our feelings, or we feel like this is it or whatever, because we can be accepting a demon into our life. We got to be obedient to God. We got to wait on God. We can't go off of what we feel. Because we can't go through this stuff again. All right? We got to be very mindful of what we're doing and what we asking God for. And we got to go according to His word. And He says, go in your closet, and make your prayers secret where only your Father can hear. He don't want everybody knowing what we praying for. He don't want that, because the devil hear you too. And he can give you just what you asking for, and then you might think it's from God. And you can cause a whole lot of people, just because you're sinning, just because you're going off of what you feel, you can cause a whole lot of people to be in trouble. We got to stop being selfish, y'all. We got to stop thinking about ourselves and think about the whole God's children, all of God's children. Okay? We're not just doing this for ourselves. We're not just living this life for ourselves. We're living this life for everyone. This is for your generation, your generation after that. That's why I say hi, family, because we are family. Okay? Back in the days, I remember back in the days, that's how our father used to do it back in the days. When we get in trouble, everybody get in trouble, not just one person. So just because you going off of your feelings, you're going to cause everybody to get in trouble? No, we got to get this right. We're going to get this right, y'all. We're going to go to Philippians. Yeah, we got to get it right. One can cause everybody to sin. Just because you thinking that's your kingdom husband, you might be welcoming a devil. Have a devil in the midst of God, people. We don't need that no more. We don't had enough Judases in our life. We is binding them Judases in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. We binding them. They gotta go. They sneaky, and they come to kill, steal, and destroy. And they cause a lot of people to get in trouble. There's a lot of Judases here, y'all, in this world. I'm gonna go to Philippians. So, he's doing it. And we gotta be careful who we asking for. And when we sending out our prayers, let our prayers be secret because God, He hear your prayer. He don't need everybody else hearing your prayer. Everything that we do not have to be broadcasting it. God likes secret people. You know, He like you to be doing stuff in secret. Only time you need to talk is when it needs to be talked about. You know, and when you're trying to help somebody. Because you and him, y'all gonna work out y'all thing together. He gonna work out everything that you need with him. He gonna work it out. You know, we coming to help y'all. We not coming to feel sorry for nobody and thinking God really don't care about your feelings or what you meant to him. He really don't. He wants you to get it right. I'm telling you. We all done been through it. We all done been through it, but we gotta understand why. Why did we go through it? I can't find. We gotta understand why are we going through what we going through. Yes, you probably went through it with your last relationship or whatever, and got you hurt, and you feel like God gonna, you know, fix whatever is got to be fixed, and He will, but He waiting on you to fix yourself. We've been crying out to God. God is so sick of that crybaby stuff. I'm telling you, He's tired of it. He want the truth. He want real people that's gonna come and say, Father, I done this, I done that, and I understand what I done, and I'm being honest, Father. And He wants you to tell your sisters and brothers. I'm gonna go to something else because I can't find Philippians right now. I'm gonna go to Proverbs for now because I'm not even able. Okay, we're gonna go to Proverbs 31 and 30. And God gonna give every last one of us. He said, anything that you ask in my name, you shall get. You know, anything that you ask. But He want us to ask Him. He don't want us to be my kingdom marriage is on the way. Because you might just get some other type of kingdom. 31 and 30. Proverbs 31 and 30. It says, give her 31 and 30. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Favor is deceitful. Okay? People can become very deceitful because they hear what you want. They understand what you want. Okay, so it can be very deceitful. And beauty is vain. They come to you like wolves in sheep clothing. That's what the devil do. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. So we got to go to God when we ask Him for anything. We can't be going off of flesh and thinking that's what it is, and He's gonna make it happen like that. No, God wants you to go through it. He wants us to go through it because we learn from our mistakes. It's better to go through it. It's better to suffer and understand what you want, and you know when that man comes, he gonna be the right man. You ain't gonna just accept anything. We're gonna go to 19 and 12. Matthew chapter 19 and 12. No, I'm gonna go Matthew 10 through 12. Matthew chapter 10. Matthew chapter 19, 10 through 12, verse 10 through 12. And his disciples said unto him, if the case of the man be so with his wife, is he not good to marry? So they was asking him, like, if the wife did something to like fornication or whatever, is it good not to marry somebody else? You know, this is for the married people too, because I was going through this. The devil is trying to destroy people's marriages and everything. Because he's trying to come in. He's trying to come in and get in where he can get in. And I was going through this with my husband. Like, I don't feel like if you're not doing what I'm doing, you ain't my husband. But it's not like that. God ain't like that. God wants every one of us to be saved, you know. And He wants us to go through some things. It's long suffering. That's what love is. It's long suffering. It's patient. Okay. So the disciples were saying unto him, in the case of the man, so with his, if the case be with his wife, is it not good to marry? And but God said unto them, all men cannot receive the same, save they to whom it is given. All men cannot receive the same, okay? But save that to whom it is given. But there are some eunuchs which are so born from their mother's womb, and there be some eunuchs which are made eunuchs of man. Okay? And there be some eunuchs which are made themselves eunuchs for the kingdom of heaven's sake. And that is he that is able to receive it, let him receive it. But the Father is saying right there, eunuchs is a man of power. Okay? Eunuchs is a man of power. And the people of the renown is some same thing, man of power. And in some Bibles it says giant, and that's the same thing, a person of extraordinary power. Okay? When you look it up, they want to say castrated or cut off, but God is talking about power. Okay? Man of power. Some people were born from their mother's womb with extraordinary power. Some people were made extraordinarily powerful by other men, like these celebrities and the people of the renown. And some people just made themselves powerful just because they wanted to be for the kingdom's sake. They just wanted to be like God. So we dealing with a lot of different people of power, so sad. But there is nobody powerful than God. Powerful than God. So you have to really use your power that God has gave you and your discerning spirit, so you don't get yourself involved with one of these people. Okay, these distinguished people, because they are very distinguished. They come to you very vulnerable. Okay, they can be silent. They can be popular or well known. They can be glorious, but they can be evil too. And they can also be common. Okay? Very influential. And also unreal. So we got to be careful when we're thinking about a kingdom marriage. Okay? We're going to go to Matthew 6 and 6. Matthew 6 and 6. Chapter 6 and 6. Matthew chapter 6 and 6, it says, But when thou prayest, enter into thy closet. When thou when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father, which is in secret, and thy Father which is seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. See, God is telling us, stop talking about what we're doing. He know what you want. Okay? He know exactly what you want. But talk about your kingdom marriage to only him. Don't get on YouTube talking about this stuff. Because You don't know who might come. Please, y'all, listen. He said he will award you openly. Okay? He gonna let it be known. People will see. Even people gonna understand. That had to be God. Because it's gonna be a kingdom marriage. And it ain't talked about. Because it was only a secret between you and your father. Y'all got this secret. You don't tell your secret to nobody. You know, we done enough of that. We done enough of that. We gotta wake up from that, y'all. We gotta become very, very secret right now. Very, very secret. Because the devil hearing and he know it's gonna be blessed. He know God's gonna bless you, and he trying to get in where he can fit in. So he trying to really get in. He ain't gonna be able to live the way he lived no more. So he wanna take part in what you got. I think Leviticus chapter 20. Yeah, Leviticus chapter 22 and 3. It says, And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Again, thou shalt say to the children of Israel, Whosoever he be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn in Israel, that giveth any of his seed unto Moloch, he should surely be put to death. Okay? Y'all understand that? I'm going to read it again. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Again, thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, Soever he be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn in Israel, that giveth any of his seed unto Molech, he should surely be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stones, and I will set my face against that man, and I will cut him off among his people, because he hath given of his seed unto Moloch, to defile my sanctuary, and to profane my holy name. Some people have, like I said, sacrificed their kids, and people is up there, man, like they chosen by God. A lot of these preachers, and we done ended up intertwining ourselves with these people, thinking they were chosen by God. See, the devil is very deceiving, y'all. He very deceiving. He know the word. He don't teach it like he's supposed to teach it. But then he trying to intertwine with God's people. He coming and giving his seed to God's children. And they surely will die. It's going to be a lot of people that don't really, understand what God said. Don't intertwine with people you're going to see. Because you're not supposed to be doing that. We don't know who the devil is. You have to have a discerning spirit. You can't be just quick to jump into something. And we all have done that. I am guilty of that. Okay? But we have to wake up from that. Especially in these days. We have to. These people love to reproduce. Okay? The demon love to reproduce other demons. It's a project. They've been doing projects all their lives on us, using our seeds, using our blood, that's why they got these. Y'all, this stuff goes deeper than you can think. Like, you gotta ask God for a discerning spirit. You can't just be walking around like this is sweet. It's not sweet. This is like you trying to fight for your life. So you have to be very secret. You got to be very basically become a hermit, become alone, so you can hear God. Now, I'm going to read Corinthians. Corinthians, chapter, 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, and chapter 7, 13 through 15. 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, 13 through 15. And the woman which hath an husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. The Father is saying if you're married and your husband is not believing, but he pleased to dwell with you, and he listening to you, he not trying to discourage you on what you believe, let you stay. Just because he's not walking in your foot, in your shoes, you stay. You stay because you are sanctify him. The devil is trying to break up marriages. I'm hearing people telling people that that's not your husband. Y'all be careful. Be careful. You leave your husband, you might end up with a devil. Because the devil was trying to do that to me. We got to wake up. Because the Bible said, for the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy. But if the unbelieving depart, but if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases, but God hath called us to peace. He don't like if you in a marriage and they not, they trying to make you think different and not believing in God and causing you to go through hell while you trying to walk in God's footsteps. You're not obligated. You're not obligated to stay. You're not. God wants us to have peace. Okay? And it's not just because of fornication either, y'all. Y'all supposed to be leaving for the fornication. We got to learn how to forgive. We always want to feel sorry for ourselves, but we don't understand that maybe we deserve what we're going through. Maybe we had to go through this for a testimony. We don't know what we did to somebody. You might have hurt someone. We don't know. Because you don't know how your emotions make another person's emotions feel. You do not know this. So stop saying I ain't never did nothing to nobody. You don't know. You don't know. And you might have been hurt to the core, but you might have hurt somebody to the core. So we have to just really be careful, y'all. Really, really be mindful when you're talking about your prayers. God wants us to do it in secret. And don't really go to God. Really go to God. Don't be listening to anything you hear on this YouTube stuff. Because this stuff is getting out of hand. It's really getting out of hand. I wanted to read Philippians. Let me see if I can find it. So, yeah, it's it's a lot of people of power done cause a lot of intertwining with God's people, and you don't even know you were the devil. It's like Job. Job's wife was a devil, and he knew. I mean, he didn't know that she was a devil, but she knew that he was a man of great power. And then she told him to curse your God and not. And that's what these devils trying to do. They're trying to come in and steal get in where they could fit in with God's blessing. The same thing happened in Job. He ended up marrying a demon. Y'all got to know y'all word. Philippians, I got it, 4 and 6. Chapter 4, 6 and 9. Hey, mark this down. It says, be careful for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, and let your requests be made known unto God, not man. And the peace of God, which passes understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ. The Bible said, let your prayers and supplications be made unto God. Okay? And then it says, finally, brother, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, and whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are good, of a good report. And if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think of all these things, those things which ye have both learned and received and heard and seen in me, do it, and the God of peace shall be with you. We got to do these things, y'all. We can't just be going off our feelings and our emotions and talking about stuff on YouTube, because this devil hear you. He hear you. He know what you want. Do it privately. I mean, don't even pray out loud. I pray secretly. Like, in my mind. Like, talk to God, to myself. Because I don't want this devil to know. You know, we're going to speak stuff into existence. Of course, we're going to speak our life into existence or whatever. But when we pray, we want to really pray to God. We want to make our prayers and our supplications only to Him. So only He knows. And only He can bless us. And we won't be confused and deceived by these demons. Because they all around you. They all around you. I'm going to try to start looking. Because the demon is so, it's like magic. They'll be talking and they'll have some demonic right over their head, on their head. Or writing on their head. Or their shirt. Okay? Start paying attention to their names. When you encounter with these people, you want to search out everything. Their conversation. The names they wear, because people be knowing exactly what they're doing. They put it right, the devil put it right in your face. Because he deceiving, but he like to play games. He very deceiving, but he like to play little tricks and stuff on people. So he like a clown. He like a clown. So he like to do little tricks and stuff. We gotta be careful, y'all. We gotta be real careful. I think I read everything that I wanted to talk about this marriage stuff, because I've been hearing about this marriage stuff and I've been wanting to bring this message, and I finally brought it. My pastor had preached a message a long time ago and it stuck with me. I was about maybe 16 years old, and he preached about the eagle and how she chose her mate. And he said when the eagle chooses her mate, she go get a little twig, right? And then she fly up in the sky. And she see if the male eagle catch it, he done good, right? Then she go get another one. And then she'll fly higher up in the sky, and if he catch it, he done good, okay? Then she'll go get another one, bigger one, and fly higher up in the sky. And if he catch it, he done good. Then she go get the biggest one that she can find, like like the size of a log, you know. And she fly as high as she can go up in the sky. And then she drop it. And if he catch it, he done good. But if he not able to catch her in her spirit, or catch her lows, or catch her when she drop, catch her when she fall, she keep on going. She don't just choose nobody. She tests the spirit. You have to test these spirits when choosing these men. And if they're not catching you in your spirit, you need to pass on by. Be very discerning when you're choosing your husband, and only talk to God. Stop talking about this stuff on YouTube. Do your prayers and your supplication in secret, where only your Father can hear. Because these devils hear you too. Be careful, y'all. We're living in some trying times. I'm telling you. And we got to be very discerning and very careful And that's it. That's it. I'm done with this message because I just had to bring it. I've been hearing a lot of it, and even with me watching these videos talking about you with the wrong man, because I'm like, listen, Father, whatever you want me to do, I'm gonna do it. I'll leave anybody and everybody. And the devil even had me thinking like, I'll drop you, my husband. But the God said, no, what God put together, let no man put asunder. Because you don't know who you might come and get. And just because your husband not doing just all these things that you think he's supposed to do, you just continue to do right, and you will sanctify him by what you're doing. Okay? And that's it, y'all. Be careful. Be careful, married women, and single women. And this is for the guys too. Y'all be careful too when y'all choosing y'all wives. I'm sorry. When y'all choosing y'all wives, y'all be careful. They got to be able to catch you in your spirit. And they not able to catch you in your spirit. You need to move on. Choose wisely. And that's it. I think I see y'all later. I love y'all.